Each year on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of the year, Australians of all backgrounds pause for a minute's silence to recall all men and women, young and old, who fought and died for their country. And on this day, we recall and remember those who have served their God and their country to bring about a better world. It was on that day and on that hour a peace treaty was signed to end the worst war that the world has ever seen. The war that we call the World War I, because almost every nation in the world was involved in the fighting. Many people died in that war, died so that we who are left, so that their brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, and all their neighbors might have a better life, a life of freedom and opportunity, a life free of violence and terror. So it is important to remember and give thanks for all they have done. It is important because it not only honors their memory in a way of saying thank you to them, but because it also helps us to remember for what it was that they fought for at such a cost. And for us, in remembering the sacrifices, to be resolved to do all we can to make sure that those things are never lost to us because of our carelessness. It is something we do so that we might be reminded of how much we owe to those who have gone before us and how much in turn we owe to those who come after us. In some churches, there are roles of honor of those who gave themselves during the war. And although we don't have one in our church, I'm sure you know someone who gave his or her life in line of duty. So, our Remembrance Day will fall in a few days' time. And this Sunday is closest to that day. So in respect for all that our men and women did for us, I invite you all stand wherever you are watching this service from for a moment of silence, and let us remember those from our nation, our cities, our hometowns, and from our families who have served our nation in times of war and who died in the First and the Second World War. And let us give thanks to God for the sacrifices and the life that he gives to all who are faithful to him. In a minute of silence, we will remember them and for what they have done. We'll remain standing for the last post, and then following that, we will join in reciting the Ode of Remembrance. So please stand for the last post.